you later. Okay. Yeah. Good to see you, Rob. I saw your private message. Yes. All right. So welcome everybody. Just in case you don't know me, my name is Tale Alimi. I am the co-founder and CEO of Ouafara. Some of you have known me across many genders, but I think one of the genres or business lines, one of the things that has been consistent around what I've done is I'm really passionate about empowerment. You know, I'm passionate about empowering people to be financially successful and prosperous. I'm passionate about empowering businesses to be successful. I'm passionate about empowering women to build wealth, to be rich babes. And so, Women's Wealth Builders webinar. So let me tell you a story of why I decided to do this webinar. So last year, I started a company called Ouafara. I'm going to tell you guys more about the company as we go along and share our team with you. And I did it because I was working with a lot of small businesses. 80% of them were women-owned businesses. And I saw how challenging it was for women to get access to finance just because of how we are as women and how we are as a nature. And in going through this journey of doing this business, I found out that women have been underserved, and I'm going to share with you the statistics that I have for today. And I found out that women's voice have not been amplified as wealth builders, because from our numbers from our company, we find out that women are actually more consistent investors. Okay, they might not be investing the big amounts, but they're actually more consistent investors. And so for us, deciding to sort of focusing on women with this webinar, the goal is really for me to amplify the voice of women, because I am a woman, you know, and I'm a female founder, and I'm going to share about my team. So basically, the goal of this is to amplify the voice of a woman, share some statistics from our just concluded program with the Finance Alliance for Women, and hopefully inspire you that you are the one who's going to nurture and build wealth to transform the nation and transform this generation, basically. That's what my goal and my purpose and my why is for doing this webinar. And definitely, of course, share about our company. All right. Now, so what's in store for you today? You know, when you're going shopping, you want to know, what am I getting? Some of you are organized and have a shopping list. Some of you are spontaneous and just go and have fun. So what's in store for you today? Today's content, I'm going to tell you about our team, progress we've made so far as a company, share with you why it's the year of the woman, and women and money research, building wealth as a woman, money beliefs and habits, well-building vehicles, and how you can join our amazing family at Rouzo. That's powered by Ouafara. So basically, that's today's content. Yeah, okay. Now, about us. As a company, we're a female-founded startup. Now, I don't know how many of you know that in the technology scene, female founders are about maybe 3% of people in technology scene. So we're a minority, you know, in technology scene. So we're a female founded startup, and we decided to do it afraid, to make a difference, and to let our light shine, to let other women know that they can also do it, okay? But we are supported by amazing men who you can also see in this picture, who are just really amazing, phenomenal, allowing us to be the best we can be, but also ensuring that we have the right systems and structures and processes to grow a scalable and impactful company, okay? So this is who we are. My name is Tale Alimi. My co-founder is Salian. Yeah, I am the co-founder CEO. Salian is co-founder COO. We have amazing people on team. Like I already said, Joseph, Tunde, Chooks, Uche, Mayowa, and all the rest of them. Yep. And as a company, so far we've done so far. We've done well. I mean, I always say to people that I'm the kind of person that I don't know how to celebrate small wins, but I think so far so good. We've done well. We facilitated a certain amount. So don't mind the dollar figure. The reason why we use a lot of dollars is because when you pitch to international organizations, they want you to have to use a currency that is, you know, I don't know, should I say generally acceptable? And that's why we like to write our progress in dollars. But we've gotten quite a bit of press. We were top 5 startups in the world for building the gender-focused business in the latest Finance Alliance for Women initiative that was sponsored by Financial Times and MasterCard. You know, and I think that's a feat. You can give me a virtual hand clap. You know, and then we've gotten some good press, and our customers are very happy. Actually, our female customers who are passionate about helping. Even though we work as a company with both men and women to support them to get access to financing, but we are passionate about ensuring that we're also supporting the women to be really empowered as a company, okay? So we're a financial technology company. That's what we are. We provide access to finance and support for small businesses to grow. And we also give people opportunities to invest their money and grow wealth. Basically, that's what we do. Hey, hi, IJ. Wealth is a woman indeed. Yes. Okay, so basically, this is who we are. This is a bit of what we are. You can ask me questions about what we do, who we're about, and everything. But our thesis is that we can make impact and returns. So we can give you an opportunity to actually get great returns on your money and also make an impact on the economy. Okay, so that's really our thesis as a business, and that's what we're doing as a company with our platforms. Okay. Now, it is the year of the woman. Yes. I mean, this year has been an interesting year. I don't know about you. We went through COVID-19, and it looked like, oh my God, are we going to live to the story? And then just as it looked like we were coming out, our nation, Nigeria, for all of you who are not in Nigeria, I'm sure you heard the story because it became a global phenomenon. You know, we spent weeks protesting to end SARS. And it's interesting that a lot of women, the group that funded that protest were actually a women-led group. A lot of them were my sisters in technology. So it's interesting. Women really, really stepped up this year. I mean, look at the fight with COVID-19. You know, countries that are led by women were able to kick it out faster than even the male-led countries. And why? Because they showed resolve, they showed compassion. And with their resolve and compassion, they were able to fight and win the COVID-19 battle in their countries. They didn't have the egos that men had. They went down to business, which is the trait that women have. We're all about how can we solve this problem and not what's happening with my ego and everything. So that basically is why it's worth celebrating as a woman. I don't know about you, but I'm proud of the women who fought the COVID-19. I'm proud of the women who funded or drove the funding for the NSAS riots. I'm proud of the fact that we women are amplifying our voices. And today in the world, women control 216 trillion of the world's wealth, you know, and we don't talk enough about it because we are silent wealth builders, you know. And then in some parts of the world, women still have that thing with money building wealth because women you're not supposed to shout as a woman that you have money. It's not a woman's thing, you know. It's not feminine, you know. But the truth is that women are silently building wealth, and women currently control 216 trillion. I mean, I don't know. That's mind-boggling. I can't even envisage it. 216 trillion of the wealth in the world. For 25 years. Oh, okay. Yes, Nancy, I agree. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala and the other Asian woman, but you know we're all for Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Okay, so let me get back to the conversation. So yes, it is amazing. It's the year of the woman, and women are really, really, really stepping up and amplifying their voices. And I'm proud to be a woman in a year that seems to be turbulent, you know. But in times of trouble, women know what to do. We know how to step up and get the job done. I'm so proud to be a woman. Now, so let me go to the research that came out of participating in the Finance Alliance for Women hackathon. Now, women represent the world's largest and fastest growing market, yet remain largely overlooked and underserved in the financial industry, okay? And I'm going to share some things that I have found out running a financial technology company as to why women are underserved and overlooked and why we decided to just focus on women in this webinar, okay? Why? A few things that come out of research is that number one, women are actually better savers than investors. Why? Because we're conservative in our nature. You know, we just don't want to take too much risk and everything. So women are actually better savers than investors, okay? The good side to it is that we can build wealth organically. The negative side to it is we might not build wealth as fast as our male counterparts, okay? Because we don't want to take so much risk. So we're conservative with our investment decisions. However, guess what? Women will earn 24 trillion annual income by the end of this year. 24 trillion annual income. Let that sink into your mind. How mind-boggling in the world by the end of this year. Okay. So what that shows that we're actually earning more income. Okay. But if we're not building wealth as fast, it's because we're not choosing the right investment vehicles because of our normal conservative nature. But at least one thing is good. We're covering the wealth earning gap. Okay. So it's time for us to also cover the wealth building gap, which is really fantastic. Okay. Now, information wise, women are less confident in financial matters and are more receptive to advice. Okay, which is great. So sometimes, you know, an average man is, I know it, I've got it, but we are like, I don't know if I know it. But then because of that, that gives us the ability to be more receptive to advice. And women like to have comprehensive information and take more time to make financial decisions. I've experienced this with Rouzo, our investment platform. When I speak to a woman, she always says, send me more information. Let me look at this. And ask me a million and one question. I remember a certain woman I spent 2 hours on the phone with. I was tired, but I understood. I understood because I'm a woman. I understand that, hey, this is my money. Is it going to come back? I don't want to, this is my 1 naira. I don't want it to, you know, and so that's how we are as women. So it actually came out in the research that it's not isolated cases, actually much more a general case about how women see money and handle money. But at the same time, what is interesting, 43 trillion global consumption in the world is controlled by women. So even though we're making a lot of money, we're spending a lot of money as women, you know, good and bad. Because if you ask a woman what she's spending on, she'll tell you on her household, if women that have kids on their family or on their apparel, even women that don't have kids on their family. So we're spending more, we're consuming more, okay? You know, which is good because that means we're really the ones that are supporting the economy. But at the same time, if you want to be a wealth builder, you want to be able to balance it, okay? Because if we're earning so much and we're spending so much, okay, what you build wealth, which is supposed to be the difference between what you earn and what you spend. Really, that's the difference. That's what they call your net worth. Your assets less your liabilities. Okay, so from these figures, it looks like we're spending a lot, which means that on a lighter note, we're spending immense money too. You know, but at the same time, the balance is that if we want to become deliberate wealth builders, we must also be investing and not just consuming, you know. That's interesting. In terms of networks, women share experiences and act on recommendation of their peers. We are very relational. I'm sure you know that. I have a couple of my girlfriends on this webinar. So that's who we are. We go together, we support each other. What are you doing? How's it working for you? We want to do it together. So which is great, okay? And women seek role models to inspire them to succeed, you know. And I always say that one of the reasons why I'm doing this company, OFR, is because I want other women to see me as a woman in technology, you know, in finance, and say, if Tyler can do it, I can do it too. Because we seek role models. We want people to look up to. We want people. Sorry, who's that? Can you mute yourself? Okay, let me mute. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yes, we want other successful women to inspire us to succeed and all that. That's why I want to challenge all of you. You need to build wealth, because the more you build wealth, the more you give other women, younger women, the light to do it, because it will be like, if you can do it, they can do it too. Okay, so the more you build wealth as a woman, the more other women, younger women, can look up to you and say, if she can do it, I can do it. Another interesting statistics that came out is that there's going to be a wealth shift, okay? There's going to be a wealth shift. By 2030, 30 trillion of the assets are going to shift from the baby boomers. Baby boomers are like our mamas, okay? To the younger women by 2030, okay? Our mamas, our daddies, it's going to be a wealth transfer. So which means that the women in this room, we are all very powerful. We need to prepare for this wealth transfer, this shift. We need to ensure that we're doing what we're doing to enable that ourselves to be prepared to handle wealth. Okay, imagine that you suddenly inherit 1 $100 million. Oh, what are you going to do? Now, I think it's a good time for me to launch a poll. I'm going to launch a poll now, and I want you guys to fill it. I want to know what wealth means to you. So, all right. So the poll should have appeared on your screen now. Can you kindly help me fill it? It's a multi-choice poll. And so you can choose more than one number. What does wealth mean to you? All right. I'm waiting. Okay. I see the answers coming. All right. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Okay. This is quite interesting. Okay, I think we need 3 more people to fill it poll. And then we can share, I can share the result to everybody. All right. 2 more people to go. Yeah, 1 more person. Okay. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead to share the poll now. Okay. 1 more person, actually. Where are you? Are you filling it? Okay, because of time, I think I'm going to go ahead and share this poll. All right. Let me end poll. And you see, this poll is a prediction of how women think. I'm going to share the results with you now. If you look at the results, wealth for women is really financial freedom. It's interesting. We're not I want to be on Forbes list of, no. We're like, I want to just be financially free. I don't want to ever worry about money again for the rest of my life. So that was like the overwhelming choice. And of course, the next choice is having choices and options. And that is so good to know that, you know what, this next year, after all the stress of 2020, I just want to go and rest in the Bahamas, just for 1 month, just rest. So having choice and opportunity. But I like the fact that this is really how women see wealth. Financial freedom really is what we define as wealth. Just be able to know that we can get what we want to get, and you'll be free. I don't have to worry about money for the rest of our lives. Wouldn't that be amazing? So thank you for sharing, and thank you for showing us the sentiments of women and the women in the room. Okay, so then let me move ahead. 40% of the wealth in the world are actually in the hands of women. Okay, 40% of the wealth in the world are actually in the hands of women. I'm going to remove my video right now. Okay. 40% of the wealth in the world are in the hands of women. So according to our BC Wealth Management, for women to really become honed in and focused on building wealth, we have to take charge of wealth creation. So you cannot be a silent participant about wealth creation anymore. You have to become an active participant about wealth creation. If you've attended any of my former webinars, I always talk about having a wealth pie, having wealth board meetings with yourself so that you do things that make you an active participant of building wealth, okay? So you have to take an active control or part in financial decisions. If you're a single woman, if you're a married woman, you need to take active part in making financial decisions for your life. It's your life, it's your future. And then if you're a woman with kids, it's the life of your kids. You can't be a passive player anymore. You have to become active. You have to decide your own definition of wealth. I think we've just done that. And most people have said wealth is really financial freedom for them, okay? We have to align your investment with impact. Now, let me tell you what I found out. I found out that as a woman, what motivates me to want to build wealth is not to have money in my account. What motivates me to want to build wealth is to make an impact. That's me, And I think that that's really something about women because we're nurturing. Yes, we want financial freedom, but really and truly, I think we really want to be able to make an impact in the world. And thankfully, with a lot of impact investing vehicles, like I will share with you later, with our Women's Trader program, you can actually build wealth and make an impact at the same time. It's not mutually exclusive, okay? But that is something I find that motivates women to build wealth. When they're impact focused, they really are able to build wealth, okay? And then use giving as a wealth preservation strategy. The world actually needs more givers. The world needs more people who are really concerned about preserving the world. the challenges we're having in our economy today, in our country, is because a lot of people are greedy. Okay, we have more people that are takers. But actually, giving is a wealth preservation strategy, because when you give more and you make a difference in your world and your economy, you actually are preserving wealth. For all of you are thinking about building legacy, you have to build giving into building a wealth legacy. Okay, so this is some of the things that came out from the research. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk to you about something that stops women from making money and building wealth. And it's what I call money beliefs, okay? Overcoming limiting money beliefs. In the comments, I want you to write which of you have or have had any of these limiting beliefs, or have heard things like money doesn't grow on tree. Why in a hurry to be wealthy? Money is a limited resource. Why do you want more money, self? Or it's not that important, it's just money. Or money is the root of all evil for us religious folks and everything. Which of you have had to deal with any of this? For some women, I've heard, I'm not just good with money, and I find it really sad, because I've heard a lot of women, in working with women, I've heard women say, I'm not just good with money. Money is not my thing. I'm like, what thing is it? Money is acquired knowledge. Managing money is acquired knowledge. Or you have to work too hard to be wealthy. I can't come and kill myself. I can't come and go and kill myself. So I beg. If I have to kill myself to be wealthy, I don't want to work too hard to be wealthy. So these are some limiting beliefs that I see that have stopped women from being wealthy. We've let the stereotypes hold us back. We've let the things that we've heard hold us back. Okay, fantastic. Ishama, thank you for sharing. I'm not just good with money, but I've learned a lot from your various webinars. Oh, I'm so honored to have been a good teacher. Mine, by the way, let me share mine. Mine is, I always say, it's just money, Jerry. It's not that important, And you know what I learned? What you don't want doesn't want you. What you don't respect, you cannot attract. So when I say, I beg, it's just money, it's not that important. What am I doing? I'm pushing it away, It's just money, it's not that important. So what you want will want you. What you respect, you will attract. So now I've learned to say, money is important. It is my servant. So it's not my God, but it is important. And the Bible says money answered all things, meaning that there's some things that money can do, and for what it is important for, it will serve me for it. So I don't say it's not important anymore. No, it's important. But what happens is that what you were told about money when you were growing up has stayed in your subconscious mind as the blueprint running your financial life. So I want us to do a small exercise next, okay? I'm going to give you 10:28, so we're good with time. I'm going to give you the next 3 minutes to do a small exercise about your money beliefs, because I just don't want you to get insight and knowledge from this webinar. I want you to start your journey to transforming how you see money, so that you're going to open your mind to be able to really build wealth that you desire. So in my next slide, I'm going to take you through an exercise. By achieving consciousness, we can live from who we are today rather than who we were yesterday. Okay? So if we become conscious about our money beliefs, and if we can overcome those money beliefs, we can become better at building wealth going forward. Okay? Now, so what I want you to do as an exercise, write down all the statements you've heard about money. Please, I want all of you to do this exercise. If you guys want to do this exercise by writing on the chat, if you have a note, we can do it privately. If you want to write on the chat, please use the chat. Write down all the statements you've heard about money, wealth, and rich people when you were young. All the statements. One of the statements I heard was, all those wicked rich people. I don't know who heard that. Me, I heard it. All those rich, don't mind them, all those wicked rich people. They are so greedy, And before you know it, subconsciously, it's making you feel like, I don't want to be wicked, So because I don't want to be wicked, maybe I don't want to be rich. All matter now, blood money, have you? I heard that. So, all those money, now people that they use make money, money attracts money. Well, Nancy, true, but guess what? Not cash money. Money in your heart attracts more money. You don't have to have money to create money. If you create money in your mind, you actually create money in life. Money is actually just an idea. It's a tool. It's an invention of man. So what money is energy, actually. Money is not physical cash. Physical cash is just a manifestation for the value you create. Money is really energy. So I want you guys to do this assignment. Write down all the things you heard about money. And money is never enough. Robo, right? I remember my mother used to say, you can't, you push me managing. Managing, see, it's not enough. Manage. Oh my God. I grew to hate the word managing. And I'm shocked I ended up becoming an accountant. So maybe subconsciously the managing got deeper than I thought it was getting, you know. My mom would always say, manage. Una know they manage. Make una they manage. For those of you that don't hear pidgin English, you people don't know how to manage, more or less. That's what it is. So, and then write down how you believe these statements have affected your financial life so far. Money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, Choma, I heard that one so much. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's like, Gloria, please translate to us. So, you know, there's some abroadians in this webinar. There's some international community in this webinar. So, Gloria, please translate this your proverb to English. We have some abroadians here. You know, so yeah, all sorts of things we heard about money. And then you want to examine to say, how have these beliefs affected your financial life so far? Let me tell you guys my own personal story. My daddy always used to say, why are you in a hurry to be rich? Why are you in a hurry to be rich? All these young people are in a hurry to reach. So I found out something that happened to me a couple of years ago. I found out that my income didn't grow past a certain level. I found out that when my income got to a certain level, it looked like I began to self-sabotage myself or waste the money. I was wondering what's happening to me. So I started to study about wealth building, wealth creation, beliefs, and how beliefs have affected your money. And I found out that what was happening to me was I felt I was too young to have that amount of money. Okay. So, and it was birthed out of the thing that my father said to me. Ah, okay. There are some terrible fetishes in the root of wealth. Oh, okay, like blood money. Indeed, we heard that a lot, Abby. All these rich people, they are rich because they are doing jazz, Abby. You know, really, really funny the things that we heard, and which consciously or unconsciously, you know, affected us. We didn't know that our lives have been formed by these things. And truthfully, that's what happened to me. So when I began to understand about money, I realized, oh my God, I was limiting myself because of this thing my father always said to me. Why are you in a hurry to make money? Why are you in a hurry to make money? And it's just, you know, it affected my life. I then had to do something, which is the third thing I want you guys to do. Please, if you don't take away anything, please take away these 4 points. It's going to change your life, okay? Exactly, Omar. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one that happened to. Yeah, so take away these 4 points. So the next thing is you realize that what you're thinking is not you, and choose in the present what to believe. So in my own situation, I said, you know what? There's nothing like in a hurry to make money. Money is an exchange for value. If I have value that attracts money, I'm going to make money. So I had to start dissociating myself from things I heard when I was growing up. Why are you in a hurry to make money? Money doesn't grow on trees. Money actually grows on trees. Because, you know, the paper that they used to make money doesn't come from wood. So it actually grows on trees. Funny, yeah, but yeah, that's what it is. So I started dissociating myself from those things that I heard that affected me. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to create my own money beliefs. Okay. And I am still work in progress. By the way, I'm not doing this webinar because, yes, I'm now the expert at it. Whoosh, I got it all figured out. No, I do these webinars because as I'm actually doing these webinars, I'm actually getting more healing in my wealth beliefs. I'm getting more healing in my wealth beliefs, and I'm seeing it transform my life. Okay, so the fourth and final thing you're going to do is choose your new wealth beliefs. Okay, one of my current wealth beliefs is money flows to me freely, easily, and effortlessly. Money flows to me. And my second wealth belief I have right now is the works of my hands are blessed, and the works of my hand produces money easily. So I changed my wealth beliefs, okay? And I always say I'm a wealthy, influential, and powerful woman. I'm a wealthy, influential, and powerful woman. So I created new money beliefs, and I am still reconditioning my mind, okay? the truth is that I find out that this programming, we don't know that it goes really deep into our roots, and we don't know that. So you need to go and dig. Some of you need to excavate. Some of you need tractor, to excavate all those negative beliefs that might be holding you back from building wealth. Making an income might not be your problem, but building wealth might be your problem, or be a challenge, not your problem. Okay. And the reason why it's a challenge is because of these beliefs that might have taken roots in your heart. Okay. So you need to become aware about them, you need to understand them, you need to disassociate yourself from them, and you need to recondition your mind with new wealth beliefs. This is so important. Why is it important? That's why they say that some billionaires, if they lose all their money today, okay, in the next 1 year, they'll get it back. Why? Because their mind is already wealthy. They are able to attract money. They're able to create wealth. While some people they don't have the right mind or right beliefs, they can win the lottery today and win $1 million today. They will lose it within 1 year. Why? Because your life cannot keep what your mind has not received. Okay, did you hear me? Your life cannot keep what your mind cannot receive. Your life cannot keep what your mind has not received. So what that means is you actually create in life twice. Okay, everything you have today, you already had it first in your mind. So for example, you are dreaming of a red dress. You imagine, oh, when I buy this red dress, I look where, and then you go to a store, you saw a red dress and you bought it. What happened? You only brought to life what you already saw in your mind. Same with your money habits, same with your beliefs. If you don't work on your beliefs, even if you become a high income earner, like the early slides I showed you about how much women are contributing to the world, you might not be able to keep it or multiply it or build wealth because your wealth beliefs can limit you. So this is an extremely important thing that a lot of people don't talk about. We talk about numbers. I mean, I have a first degree in accounting. I have an MBA. We're taught very fancy things. Yeah? Each of us was in my MBA class. But not all these fancy things. But the truth of the matter is, this fancy thing don't mean anything if you don't get your beliefs right. If you don't get your beliefs right, it's just going to kill you. Now, once we get our beliefs right, I want to share a few tools with you that can help you on your journey to building wealth. The highest levels of performance are empowered by the deepest levels of belief. The highest levels of performance are empowered by the deepest levels of belief. Performing with belief is a critical factor for achieving success at anything in life. I don't know about you, but I find out that the things that I did with convictions are the things I succeeded the most in, or at. The things that I did with conviction, I think I succeeded the most at. If you ask top performing athletes why they're so successful, they will tell you because they believe that they were the best. Okay, so how does that translate to wealth? If you believe that you can build wealth, which is the first thing, okay, then you begin to see the results in your life. Then you can unlock these 4 things that I'm going to share with you, okay? Because when you believe that you're a top athlete, now, I've done long distance running for a couple of years, and I remember when I was training for a marathon. When you want to train for a marathon, because you believe you're going to run 26.2 miles, your life changes, okay? How does it change? You change the way you train. I remember I used to wake up at 4:30 a.m. every morning, and that's become my habit. Why? Because at 5:15 a.m., I'm going to go and run long distance. And if you're training for a marathon, I have to build my endurance. I have to build my leg muscles. I change my diet. I try to lean out to be able to run better and run faster. And I make sure that I'm putting in the time. I'm doing like maybe 18 kilometers on my training days. And I begin to grow it 20 kilometers, 21 kilometers, 26 kilometers. And I make sure that before the marathon, which is 42 kilometers, I run a long distance of 30 kilometers. Why? Because the highest levels of performance are empowered by the deepest levels of belief. Because I believe I'm going to complete my marathon, it gingers me to increase my performance levels. So if you believe you're going to build wealth, you then ensure that you form the habits that support wealth building. Okay? Am I making sense so far, so good? Let me check in on you guys. Can you tell me how is this going for you? Is this insightful? Please let me know in the comments if this makes sense or if this is just some hula baloo I'm sharing. Okay, okay, great. Yes, okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Great, 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 great. Okay, fantastic. Yes, I just wanted to make sure I'm not talking to myself. And I'm wondering, what's this girl? What's she saying? Said, please tell us statistics on building wealth. At least I shared this. I said it with statistics. I did that on purpose to show you guys that, okay, yes, yes, yes. Let's get the science out of the way, and then we can then deal with deeper things. Yeah, fantastic. I'm so glad it's adding value. Great, 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 great. Okay. So, what are a few things you need to do to build wealth in what I call almost effortlessly? The first thing I'll say is when you start moving in higher frequency, you start using your higher faculties beyond your five senses, your imagination. Now, if you believe that you can build wealth, it unlocks something in your mind. I think it was Henry Ford that said, if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you're right. So if you say I can, you can. If you say you can't, you are right too. Anything you say, can you? Yes. Can I? Can you not? So it's all in your mind. So what does that mean? It means that once you believe you can build wealth, start using your imagination. Okay. And one of the things I found out personally is that meditation helps to unlock my imagination. What is meditation for me? It's not anything fancy. Some people say, hey, meditation, Middle Eastern religion. Also, meditation is simply me closing my eyes in a quiet place, allowing myself to quiet my mind and allowing my mind to go to places and draw in possibilities for me. That's meditation for me in a nutshell. Nothing fancy, nothing big, but I find that when I'm able to quiet my mind, I can tap into whatever it is, higher frequency, higher self, whatever, and actually create things that seem impossible and bring them to reality. And I find out that when I create like that, it's actually less stressful if there's anything like that. Okay. When I can imagine things like that, it's less stressful to receive them in real life. Okay. I hope that's not hokey pokey, but that's something I find out. Once I can see it in my mind, it's easy for me to bring it to life. But once I can't see it in my mind, it becomes really hard and difficult and stressful and everything. So that's one thing that I always use as a tool in terms of seeing the kind of life and the kind of wealth I want to create in this world. The second thing that tool I like to encourage you guys have is gratitude. There's so much complaining about in the world right now. Buhari doesn't care for us in Nigeria. All sorts of things happening in the world. Our leaders are wicked. All sorts of things. But I find out that when you complain, it actually diminishes you. But when you're grateful, you actually attract more into your life. Gratitude causes what you have to expand. Whatever you appreciate will grow. Okay, so it's important to say, even though I am X years old, I'm just learning about wealth building. I am grateful that at this moment, in this time, on the 24th of October 2020, I'm getting access to this information that is transforming my life to be a wealth builder. When you are grateful, you attract more. Okay, so I want to encourage you, ladies, or if there's any gentlemen in the room, add gratitude as a part of your life. It's easy for you to be disgruntled by the many things happening in this world right now. But when you're disgruntled, you actually there's a science to it. You actually send a signal to your brain that shuts the part of your brain that creates solutions. But then when you are grateful, you actually send a positive signal to your brain, okay, and you're able to generate a hormone called oxytocin. They call it the love hormone. That's the hormone that makes you really happy, that people that are in love feel, that mushy hormone. So it's a hormone that creates hopefulness in your heart and helps you to attract more into your life, okay? The third thing I like to encourage is intentional living, right? Because life is cause and effects. What you feed yourself, mentally, spiritually, and physically, shows up in your reality. What you eat, what you consume in terms of information, social media will not kill us. With all the negative, I can't amend. Ladies, in the last couple of weeks, I don't hear. I've heard all sorts of stuff, so intentional living is very important. These are habits that when you begin to form, they put your life in the place where you can attract wealth. The next thing is curiosity. Meet new people, learn new things. And I'm glad that all of you are here today because that shows you're learners. Learn new things, explore new pathways, go out of your comfort zone to see what is in the world outside of you. Wealth is actually easier to create when you're curious, okay? When you stay guarded, okay, you don't open up to life's possibilities. But when you're curious, you open up to life's possibilities, and then you can actually attract more wealth in your life. Now, after we've done all this belief thing, doesn't mean, oh, I just sit down and believe and then that's it, because life has to be balanced, okay? But I talked about all these things because I find out that prosperity starts with the soul, okay? When you prosper in your soul, you can then apply the practical tools to prosper. So I'm going to go there next. All right, 10:45. Okay, I think we're still good with time. So let's talk about wealth building vehicles. For all of you that felt uncomfortable with all my spiritual or whatever it is, let's talk about the practical tools to build wealth, okay? Now, I want to say a caveat. I'm not a financial advisor, by the way. Of course, I have a first degree in accounting. We run an investment platform, Rouzo, okay? I've done a lot of, I worked in asset management for early in my career, asset management and wealth creation early in my career. So yes, I have done a couple of these things for many years, you know, but I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing all these things with you from personal experience, from some work experience, and from just things that I've seen that has worked, okay? So now, when you think about wealth in the short term, 12, 24 months, I would say the first habit you need to form is the habit of saving consistently. Okay. Yes, Omar, prosper and be in good health. That's one of my favorite scriptures. 3 John 2. Prosper and be in good health as your soul prospers. 3 John 2. One of my very favorite scriptures. Yeah. Okay, so first thing you need to do, ladies, you need to get into the habit of saving consistently. Let me give you a tip. You know how you go to the salon I don't know how often you go to the salon, maybe let's just say once a month, you know, because in this area of wig wearing now, we don't need to go to salon very often anymore, right? You know, make sure that you pay yourself first before you take that salon trip. All right. So saving constantly 10, 20% of your income. This is assuming that you've already established a primary source of income. Hmm? If you've not established, there'll be 1A, establish a primary source of income. All right. And then save consistently 10, 20% of your income every month. Okay. Make it a habit. Form the habit first. Okay. When you form I've learned from personal experience. If you can save 100 naira out of 1,000 naira, you can save 10,000 out of 100,000 naira. You can save 100,000 out of a million. Okay. And you can save a million out of 10 million. And you can save 10 million, okay, out of 100 million. And you can save 100 million out of a billion. All right. So the first thing is form the habit of saving consistently. Okay. Now, with a lot of platforms for wealth creation, wealth management, asset management, you can actually create an automated savings program so that you don't delete it from your account. We actually on our Rouzo platform have an automated savings. Yeah, on our Rouzo platform, we actually do have an automated savings thing where just create a savings goal and every month you just deduct it from your account and everything. So make sure that you form the first habit of saving consistently. Once you form that habit, the next thing is don't leave your money in savings alone. The challenge with savings is that with inflation, you're actually getting a negative interest. Okay. So let's say our platform, okay, our own platform, maybe it's just a bit higher than inflation. Our platform gives like 15% per annum on savings. Now, if, for example, 50% per annum on savings and inflation is 13%, just hypothetical example, that means what you actually saved is your only interest is actually 2% only. That's why you have to graduate from just saving your money to put your money in an interest yielding vehicle of your choice. Of course, I have to do a plug-in for Rouzo now. You know, I have to send my own markets. And I've said, please, you should come and create an account on Rouzo.org. But there are multiple investment interest in yielding vehicles around. Okay, so don't just leave your money in savings. First, form the savings habit, and then move it into an interest yielding vehicle. Even if you are conservative, remind yourself about inflation. Okay, remind yourself that, I don't want to take risk. But if I leave it in my savings accounts, okay, I don't want to take risk, but if I leave my money in my savings accounts, I might be getting negative interest. Imagine a bank saving account that's giving you 4% per annum. Inflation is 13% per annum. Okay, you are actually losing how many percent? 9% per annum every year. You're not gaining, you are losing. Because you know, there's that people say, I don't know if you've heard this, let me just be seeing my money. You're actually not seeing your money. You're actually seeing a diminished value of your money if you leave it in, in a low interest account for a long period of time. Okay, so I advise you invest in an interest yielding vehicle that will give you a good return on investment. Okay, so in the mid to long term, insurance is very important. In Nigeria, we're not, we believe in God. Nothing wrong with believing in God. I believe in God, but I'm just saying that everything God go do. So I mean, it is well with us. But I feel like insurance is good because there are a lot of female breadwinners right now. And female, what do you call it? A single parent home right now. Before, I remember when I was younger, it was my father that took life insurance. But now there are a lot of female breadwinners right now. Okay, in this COVID times, okay, Nancy asked in this COVID times, what would the best vehicle? Truthfully, Nancy, I don't know how the Kenyan economy is right now, but in the Nigerian economy, what I find out is a lot of government bonds and treasury bills that were safe, in quotes, they were safe. The interest rate is crappy right now. So I would rather find an investment vehicle that you can trust the leadership and get access to them like you're getting access to us and put your money there. Now, they say real estate is always great in terms of appreciation. The only challenge with real estate for short term is that it's not a short term investment. The stock market is not a short term investment, okay? Because you can't really play the stock market. So those are good vehicles for the long term. So it depends on what I would say. What is your investment timeline? Which is why I broke it down into short term and long term. Now, if your investment timeline is, okay, I want to grow my money within 12, 24 months, I'll say find an interest yielding vehicle, something that will give you a bit more interest than, so, and there are a lot of investment platforms like Rouzo. Of course, I'll say come and do Rouzo, of course. Why would I sell another person's market? But truthfully, there are other investment platforms like Rouzo, okay? But then in the mid to long term, I would say the stock market will generally give you good returns over a long period of time. Can I tell you guys a story about stock markets? When I started my career in asset management, our MD forced us to buy some stocks. So GTB, for example, forced us to buy GTB before GTB is Guaranty Trust Bank, for all of you that know in Nigeria. It's one of the top 5 banks in Nigeria. And he forced us to buy the stocks in GTB when they did a private placement. Okay. Now, because it was by force and the company borrowed us money to buy the stocks, I bought it. When I started my MBA, I got a PAT scholarship. Okay, I got a scholarship of my my MBA class, but it was just PAT 50%. The other 50%, at some point, things were a bit difficult in school, and I couldn't pay it. And then I remembered, oh my God, my MD forced us to buy the stock the other time. Let me go and see the value. Guess what, ladies? I paid my MBA balance with my GTB stock because at this time they had gone to the stock market. Okay, this was about 3 or 4 years later. Okay, they gone to the stock market and the stock were valued 5 times what I paid it for. And so I was able to pay my MBA school fees balance with the money. So you see, that's how you play so these things are more long-term, okay? So you need to think about, choose your vehicles. You need to think about your short-term vehicle and your long-term vehicles, okay? So things like the stock market, real estate are long-term, more long-term. Venture capital is also something really good. You take a bet on a company, like for example, people that took a bet on us, on Oafara, let's say when they took a bet on us, we were worth $100,000. In the next 24 months later, we're worth $300,000. Okay, maybe another 48 months later, we're worth $1 million. So that person's money that invested in our company as a shareholder, okay, Isioma, see how your money is doubling. She might not be able to collect her money now, but by the time she collects her money might have done 5x. So you see, these investments are more mid to long term. They're not short term. So that's why the first thing you need to do is choose your investment vehicle. Okay, when you choose your investment vehicle, then you can they'll begin to plan towards it. However, it's also good to have a balance, because there are things like having an emergency fund, which is having a fund that is quite liquid, that you can get access to quickly. So for example, let me tell you a few of my personal tricks. Me, like I said, people's life situations are different. A few of my personal tricks are, for my savings, which is savings towards things like towards my son's school fees, I save on Rouzo. Okay, I save on Rouzo. Now, for my longer term fund financing, I use a mutual fund account that invests in the stock market. That's more long term. Okay, who's that? Okay, Araba. Okay, can you mute yourself? Okay, I think you're in. Let me mute you. All right. Good. Yeah. Okay. So for so for my longer term investments, building wealth, I use a mutual fund account that invests in stock markets. Okay, yeah. So Robert says mutual funds can be short term. Yeah, but Robert, the reason I don't do short term is because they are the interest is not scrappy. It doesn't give me any value. How much interest is too crappy? I'd rather put it on our platform, Rouzo, and get 15% per annum, or about half of that per 6 months. But then when I'm saving long term, I use the mutual fund. I use or I put in a real estate investment trust fund, a REITs, real estate investment trust. So things that are more long term, but give me, are preparing, are giving me wealth, are creating wealth for my future. So I feel like the first thing you need to do, I always advise everyone, have a wealth board meeting. Okay, I did a training on that. If you go to our YouTube, Owafara on YouTube, Owafara official on YouTube, let me see if I can find it. I've done a comprehensive training on creating a wealth master plan. I think you guys should go, and if you can watch the video, find out. Okay, no. If you can go to our YouTube page, I have that. I have done the training on that. It's very comprehensive about how to create a wealth master plan, how to create your wealth pie, how to plan your investment for a period of time, how to create your primary source of income, your secondary source of income. So I've kind of done a lot of. So this webinar doesn't cover it, but the goal of this webinar is to kind of open your mind generally on how to build wealth, how to think about wealth, and then also finally, if you're now looking for a wealth vehicle, I want to also tell you guys about what we're doing with Rouzo for impact. Remember, I said to you, as a woman, one of the things that you need to do as an empowered woman is tie your impact to your wealth building. Okay, and I decided to play on the word empowered. I love this quote: "The empowered woman is powerful beyond measure and beautiful beyond description." And for me, that empowered woman, she's enlightened. She knows what's up. I say she's woke. She knows how to mobilize around things that matter to her. Okay, we saw it in the NSAS movement. We've seen it in multiple movements in the world. Women know how to mobilize for causes that matter to them. She's powerful. She knows that she's a power base, and she knows how to use her power. She knows how to take advantage of opportunity. Like, I know that all of you in this session will take advantage of the opportunity that I will share with you guys. She's wise, okay, and knows how to make wise decisions. She's entrepreneurial, always looking for opportunities to multiply her income. She's resilient. The average woman is very resilient. She hardly gives up easily. She's empathetic. She cares about other people, and she's dedicated. And I believe that all of you on this webinar are empowered women. You're women who are saying that, you know what, I'm taking charge of my life, I'm taking charge of my wealthy future, and I'm going to become deliberate about building wealth. And that's why I thought to share this slide to encourage you, to say that I admire you, I celebrate you, and I believe that we're all together going to build wealth. So let me share it with you, our platform. I hope that this has added value to you so far. So far, so good. Please let me know in the comments. I know a couple of people are just joining us, but so far, so good. Has it added value? Let me know in the comments. And then let me share with you about what we're doing at Rouzo and what I call the Rouzo World Builders Network. Now, Rouzo is an investment platform. And what we're doing with Rouzo is we're matching return and investments. So the network is a community of like-minded people like you that attend this webinar. So we have monthly webinars, and these are people who are investing on our platform. So if you're on this call and you don't have a Rouzo account, please go to our website, www.rouzo.org, and create an investor account. Through Rouzo, you can create an investment plan. You can save any amount of money every month. Decide your money. The plan, like I said, is start the habits. So you can create an automated savings plan, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million self is okay. You're a wealthy woman, Or you can invest in what we call portfolios. Portfolios are simply a box, let me use the word, a box of money that we put together. What we do with this money is that we use it to fund working capital for verified small businesses that have gone through what we call our credit analysis system. Because we're a technology company, we built an algorithm that helps us to verify credibility of businesses. So it's a technology we used. I don't know how to explain. I'm not break it down to very easy, but it's like a way to test people's credibility anyway. And we use the algorithm to fund businesses. So far, we've had 90% repayments, which is extraordinary compared to the industry, And I give that credit to the fact that we've built systems that work, and we also are building a business around impact. So what that means is that we're not just lending to these businesses, we care about their success. So we immerse ourselves in their lives. Like we care about our investors, and we immerse ourselves in our investors' life. Okay, Dami, thank you for joining. Nice having you. Okay, so yeah, so this is basically what Rouzo is all about. So if you don't have a Rouzo account, please invest. Now, also, like I said, there are two ways of investing. We have the safety invest and we have the invest in the portfolio option. And I really specifically want to tell you about our women's trader portfolio. From research, we found out that repayments from women is actually 50% higher than men. Okay, we find out that women are more likely to repay any money that they borrow. Women are more conservative about what they borrow. Women are more prudent borrowers, and that's why we decided to create a women's trader portfolio. Now, with this women's trader portfolio, what we're doing is that we are leveraging what we call social capital to get money in the hands of women traders. And in return, as an investor, you get a healthy return. If you can see on the screen, there are returns from 7% to 31% per month. We're able to generate these returns because we have created a system where we work with these women in groups, okay? And we fund their day-to-day stock purchases. And from that, we're able to get good returns for our investors. We also work in a system where we get these women to get insurance, because we know that a lot of them are single mothers or single breadwinners. So we make sure that in case of anything, they're insured so that we take care of our investors' money. Okay, so those are some of the things that we do. So this is one of our portfolios. We have other portfolios. We have our working capital portfolio. We have our asset finance portfolio currently, but this is a specific portfolio we just created targeting women, because we have found out through research, like I shared earlier, that women are actually better at managing money. And so we want to amplify the voice of women, and that's why we created this portfolio. So I'd like you guys to encourage you guys to go to rouzo.org and invest in the portfolio. This is a nice artistic diagram that was drawn by the love of my life to kind of depict what the Rouzo Women's Program is about, and how we empower these traders, and how through empowering them, we help our investors get good returns on their investments. All right, so this slide also shows a member of our team, Joseph, I think is on the call, working with one of our women traders to create a trader portfolio. So please, I'd like to encourage you guys, please go to rouzo.org. And if you go to invest on your portfolio, you can actually create an account and either save on the platform or invest in one of our portfolios. And our returns are one in town. But the good thing about our returns is that we're not just giving you returns. Your monies are making an impact on people like Madam Omolala in this picture. Your money is helping her to expand her business, and your money is helping her to help other women in the market, okay, to succeed. And that way we can actually put our money where our mouth is and actually influence the economy, okay? And as we build wealth, okay, the economy is definitely transformed. Now, I'm rounding off, and then we're going to open to conversations. You can now unmute your mic when I'm done. But I love this quote by Hillary Clinton. She says that when women participate in the economy, everybody benefits. Okay, and I think at the Wafara, what we're doing is we're empowering women to participate in the economy. Okay, and I'm so glad and I'm so honored that most of you stayed to the end. And I want to give you guys a round of applause. I'll stay to the end of this presentation. And now I'm going to open it up for you guys to please ask questions, your comments, your aha moments, and your next steps. So everyone, I'm going to unmute you. And for all of you that came late, believe me, you missed a lot. You missed a lot, but what I'm going to do is, thankfully I'm recording this video. I'm recording this session. So hopefully I'll be able to share with the video with you. But aha moment. So please, can we mute? Now we can mute ourselves. All of you that were talking in the video, in the middle of it. Let me stop this share. Yeah, so now it's time for you to mute yourself. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, let me stop the share. Okay, so you guys can now see my face. Hey. Yes, I'm very playful because life is not that serious. Okay, so